Jess and Conan here again for I Can I Will to update you on the blog for the second quarter of last year. So after the jelly run last year, we raised a lot of awareness. We did great. We had a great success with I Can I Will. And we did some media coverage afterwards. We got back into schools. We had schools contact us, but then it died off a little. And that is because of the awareness not being kept up. So we thought, what can we do? Well, so what is I Can I Will? We love fitness, we love health, we love motivation. So we thought we'll do something crazy. What's the biggest fitness destination in Brisbane? KP Stairs. So we're going to do something massive with the KP Stairs. I will let Conan explain this to you, and
I forgot where you ended.
I said I'll let Conan explain.
Yeah, but what did you explain up to then?
The jelly, what we're doing, KP Stairs, that we're going to do something crazy.
Okay, cool. So we sat down and decided it was a Thursday. Let's do something crazy. Let's set some type of record at Kangaroo Point Stairs and just do as many as you can. The initial goal was 1,000. I was like, you know what? I heard on the grapevine that the record was 101. I was like, screw it. Let's just do 1,000. So we announced that on a Thursday, did a video, put it up on social media, got shared a few times. We're like, great, the awareness is starting to pick up. Friday morning, I was training, and next thing you know, I get a text with a newspaper article and saying, do you know about this? And there was a girl in Brisbane saying, I'm going to break the record, I'm going to do 101 sets, and she was doing it the very next day. So we're like, oh, how ironic's this? So she did it that morning, and I thought to myself, just as a test, I know 1,000's a bit crazy, but if I can do 100 or more without even training, surely after 12 weeks, I should be able to smash it. So that afternoon, I did 105 sets in 3 hours and 14 minutes, and the girl before me did 101 sets in like 3 hours and 29, which is really fast for her. So I thought to myself, yep, sweet, if I can do 100 without, and I didn't eat that morning, I didn't prep, I didn't do anything really, so it was kind of like the worst scenario. We set upon ourselves to do the rest. So we set up an event management, we had ambulance there, and the St. John's ambulance were kind enough to donate more than $3,000 worth of services on that weekend to ensure that I was safe. We had other sponsors like All Sports, Kangaroo Point, they came down, they were doing massages and physio work for 15 for a donation, which was awesome. We had other companies like Protein Supplies Australia came down, set up a big tent. It was really, really good. Good to see the support. We had over 1,500 people come over the 29 hours it took me to complete the challenge. In the first day, I started at 9 a.m. There was a time where the ambulance decided that we're going to stop this if you don't go to the toilet because it's been over 4.5 hours, which means liver and kidney damage. So to give you an example of the process, they were measuring my blood to measure my blood sugar levels. I had to go to the toilet in bags because they would test that. I was getting blood pressure checked, heart checked, everything. And that was every 2 to 3 hours. And that was the main break I would have. And that was only for about 10 minutes. Now, because that time when they said they're going to stop it if I don't go to the toilet for another hour, I actually had to drink 3 liters of water within about 20 minutes. That caused me to be overhydrated. So therefore, I was taking all the nutrients out of my body by going to the toilet so much. And that's quite an often occurrence in ultra athlete type events and long things is people have too much, then they start taking the fluids and nutrients out of their body. So that was the first problem we came across. At 5 p.m. that day, so I've been going for like 8 or 9 hours, can't remember, my knee went out on the right hand side. Then at midnight that night when it started raining, my Achilles went as well, and by 5 a.m. I couldn't walk. That was the hardest time for me. We rang the doctor on call, and that was with the ambulance, and decided to start taking painkillers to be able to handle the pain to keep on going. Because we'd been on the news, we got on Channel 7 News and Channel 9 News, but we still had to be on Sunrise and we still had to raise more awareness, and it was about, one of our mantras is overcoming challenges to inspire others to care. So I powered on, the painkillers started kicking in, but I had to take caffeine to overcompensate with the tiredness that would bring on and the fatigue. So I was smashing the caffeine. Then I actually, like over the course of 29 hours, I put on 4.5 kilos where I thought I would lose more than that because I was eating and drinking so much. Now we got towards the end, it was like the last 5 hours. The pain was that bad, I started taking painkillers behind the AMBO's back. And I did that because I called one of my mentors and we spoke about it while I was going up and down the stairs, and we thought, okay, let's just take some more, and then at the end, I'll make myself throw up and it'll be good. But at the end, I couldn't make myself throw up. We did some media, we had some other exciting things. Then we went out for dinner because I obviously needed to get some good food, and I was sick of sugar and cookies and salt because you live off all of that for that 29 hours. So I had a nice good meal. As I was eating that, I went white as a ghost, got really sick, sprinted into the toilet, still couldn't make myself throw up, came back, sat at the table, I couldn't talk at all, and I was white as a ghost. And one of my friends across the table was like, "You're not okay, okay, let's leave." So then it was like the sickest or most drunk you've ever been in your life or something like that, where I was like rolling around, kind of passing out, but my mentor and the doctor said, do not go to sleep because you're now going through an exhaustion and a drug overdose type of thing. And if you go to sleep, your whole body might shut down. So the survival technique is to stay awake. Then I went through throwing up. I was constantly on the toilet. It was the sickest I've ever been. I didn't get to sleep because I didn't feel comfortable enough, and neither did the doctors till midnight that night. So I've been up for a good 2 days now. And then we had to get up at 4 a.m. Between then, the person I was with set the alarm every hour to wake me up, make sure I was all right, and give me something to drink and something to eat to ensure that I was still getting those nutrients I needed to stay alive and help my body repair. We got up at 4 a.m. I used the crutches to go to sunrise up at Mount Cootha and do the live cross. Now the live cross didn't go for too long, and luckily I'd been in the sun for 2 days prior, so that I had a nice good tan because I was white as a ghost and not looking very well at all. People that knew me really well said I didn't look good. Everyone else was like, oh yeah, you look good thanks to the tan. So that event worked really well, getting on the media. Directly from that event, we expanded our board by 3 members. We got 2 companies to support us and help us grow and expand with their services to help us get charity and DGR status. We also, directly from that event, started helping 3 more schools on a weekly basis. That's what these events are for. We've got the Jelly Run coming up. We've got another world record in New York coming up. We've got the James Street Yoga Party. These events aren't about me. They're not about the ambassadors or our staff or trying to make ICANN look massive. It's actually to tell the community of special needs that we exist. Our support is free of charge on a weekly basis to the schools. We do make a big difference in every single school, and that's how we tell that community and the schools to exist. Then they contact us, request our help, and then we fulfill that. That's how we went from helping 1 school to 20 schools in just 1 year, and the growth from this year is going to be tenfold on that again. So that's kind of a little bit of an insight onto why we put on events. It's not about the funds raised, because the Weekend from the Stairs didn't raise barely any money at all. It was about the contacts, the partnerships, and the awareness to start making a bigger difference, grow to be bigger. We want to be around, and we want to be Australia-wide in 5 years and be one of the most recognised charities. And in order to do that, we can't be short-sighted and be constantly thinking about the money. That's why when you look on our website on the homepage, funding is the last thing on our agenda for the year, even though each school costs us $5,000 a year to run. And this start of this year, we're starting in 20 schools. So that's $100,000 we need to raise, plus bringing in staff and an office. And we have 6 schools on a waiting list that contacted us over the Christmas break, which is really exciting because those teachers and principals weren't at school, shouldn't have been thinking about school, yet they thought our programs are so valuable that they needed to use their holiday time to contact us and initiate the process to help their children. How exciting. I can, I will, we can, we will. Woo!
That we have been on the website. Thank you. This is what I do with.
What are you talking about?
World record attempt coming up, hopefully.
Coming up? We're
do.
still talking about last year.
Oh, last year's. I thought we were talking about the
No,
one
remember,
this year.
so the blogs were going.
Yes. I like
Probably
it.
should plan before this.
Yeah. Just updating you on the second half of last year with our blogs. Yep, he's going to do that. So, Conan did 500, 24 hours straight. He had medics, he had nutritionists, he had ambulance all
29
on site.
hours.
29 hours, sorry.
29.
Longer
Don't
than
forget the
24
5
hours.
extra hours of pain.
And that was so cute.
We didn't really get any like